Okay, so we've been doing some things with composite area so far. So today really is not a whole lot of new stuff. We're just going to talk about it, and it's going to just, basically they just get a little more complicated as we keep going. But as long as you follow the rules that you've learned so far, you shouldn't have a whole lot of trouble with them. So composite area, this can also be called the area of irregular shapes. I just call it composite because we're putting things together. When we compose something, we put it together. So I call it composite. So it's putting shapes together to find the area of the whole thing. So when you have a shape that you can't find just the area of, you need to be able to put the shapes together to find the area of the whole thing. And because we're still talking area, it's always in square units. Okay, so still area is always squared no matter what, even if it's circles. Okay, so here are the composite area how-to. The first one is draw lines to make quadrilaterals and triangles. Okay, so you need to have a four-sided figure or a three-sided figure. So you're going to draw lines to make them into the correct shapes, just like what you did yesterday when you were working with those dry erase markers. Then you're going to fill in missing numbers, because sometimes the base and the height aren't given to you and you have to fill them in. You'll find the area of each shape and add the total up. So that's our how-to. Let's do these three examples that you have in your notes. We'll do them together. So based on your experience, you should have a pretty good understanding of some of this, if not all of it. This one I think might be kind of easy for you. Let's talk about the big rectangle. Do we know the base and the height of the big rectangle? Yes. What are they? 10 and 8. 8 and 10. So 8 times 10 is 80. Oops. I got to get a color. Hold on, just 1 second. Is 80. So the first area is 80. And then, do we know the base of the triangle? Yes. What is it? 10. 10. Now look, it wasn't written here, right? But we know that this one and that one are the same. So that's how we know the base is 10. Patience. The height is what? 4. 4. It was already given to us. So we have 10 and 4, but it's a triangle, so we have to take it, divide it in half. Divide it in half. So we have 10 times 4 is 40. Divided by 2 is 20. Okay? So our bottom is 80, our top is 20. Now listen, when you work these today and going forward, I want to see a number here and here. In each shape, I want to see a number and I want to see it circled, because that's how I'm going to grade it. So you may or may not have a quiz next week, and part of it is going to be, did you write the correct numbers in the correct shapes? Okay? So just be careful, make sure, and that's all you have to do, is just put the answer. You're not having to write anything extra. So 80 plus 20. So the area of this one is 100, and it was in centimeters squared. All right, this one's a little bit more complicated. We've got 3 different shapes on it. Let's start with the rectangle at the bottom. Do we know the base and the height? Yes. They are? 11 and 4. So that makes 44. Oh, goodness gracious. Cheating? I don't know how that's cheating, but okay. 44. Okay. Now, the small rectangle right here, do we know the base and the height? Yes. What is it? 6 and 4. 6 times 4 is? 24. 24. So we've got the first 2 pieces. Now, the triangle doesn't have a number here or a number here. So let's talk first about the height. Raise your hand if you know the height of it. The height. Sierra, what's the height? 4. How'd you get it? Yeah, it came from here, right? This one's 4, so that one's 4, because those are corresponding sides like we talked about. So this height is 4. When you find one like that, write it. Some of y'all, when I was working with you yesterday, you would just say you knew what it was, but you wouldn't actually write it. So, of course, that doesn't look like a 4 to y'all, does it? Is that better? No. Not much. Let me try that again. 4. No. Well, I don't know. That's the best I can do. It's not seeming to work for me today. Okay, it is a 4, but you can pretend it's a J if you want. But it's a 4. So that one's 4. Now, we got to talk about that one right there. Do we know how long that one is? It doesn't tell us, right? So we have to use math to figure it out. We can't eyeball it and say, oh, it looks like it's this far. So everybody look at it and see if you can figure out what the length of that base of that triangle is. The length of the base. Isaiah, tell me what you think. Isaiah says 5. Raise your hand if you agree with Isaiah's answer. I do too. Very good. He got that because he said, I know that the distance, I'm not writing on that, the distance from here all the way over to there is 11. This part of it is 6, so what's left is 5. So the area, the base and the height of the triangle are 5 and 4. Okay, but it's not 20. The area is not 20, right? Because we have to divide it by 2. Biggest mistake people make. So 5 times 4 is 20, divided by 2 is 10. So the area of that piece is 10. Now, we have an area inside of each shape. Let's add them together. So we have 44 plus 10 plus 24. I get 78. Y'all get 78?
Yes.
Good. All right. And they are centimeters squared. Don't forget to label it. Very important. That is part of your test. Okay? So far, so good? Let's go to the next one. One more we got today. All right. So we have this shape. We have to decide how to divide it. There are a couple of ways you could divide it, and you will get the same answer whether you divide it one way or the other way. So I'm just going to, since we're doing it together, we'll all divide it the same way. And that is, we're going to divide it into one very big rectangle like this, and 2 smaller rectangles. Okay? One big rectangle and 2 smaller rectangles. So let's talk about this rectangle at the bottom. We know the base of it, but they didn't give us the height. They gave us 10 for the whole distance. So how long is this piece right here? It doesn't look like it's measurement, okay? This is one of those cases where you can't use your eyes to see what it's going to be. You have to use math. Okay, so what is it, Anthony?
8.
It's 8, right? Because this distance is 10, but this piece right here is 2, because that's what that says. So this is 8. So we have 15 times 8. Somebody put that in your calculator and tell me what it is. What is it?
120.
120. Very good. Give me just 1 second. Let me finish this and then I'll answer your question, okay? All right, so 120 here. Now let's talk about this rectangle right here. We know its base is 5. What about its height? What about its height? What is the height, Faustin? 2, right. Same as this one, so this one is 2. So 5 times 2 is 10. All right, now, this one, we have its height, it's 2, but we don't have its base. So we're going to have to use math to figure it out. We can't eyeball it. We're going to have to use math. Jake, what do you think? The base is 2? That you eyeballed it, didn't you? You just looked at it and said it looks the same size. Don't eyeball it. I'm telling you, it's not even close to 2. No. Yes. 6. Good. Okay, here's how we get it. The whole distance is 15. From here to here is 15. That part of it right there is 5. That part is 4. 15 minus 5 minus 4 gives us 6. You have to use math. I know it doesn't look like that, but that's what's going to happen sometimes. Okay, so now we have our height is 2, our base is 6, so the area is 12. Let's add them together. So we have 120 plus 10 plus 12. 142 centimeters squared.